What's up, family? Welcome to another edition of Qaraah Films. Let's talk and all that good stuff. I'm your host, Yash Qaraah. We're not going to waste a whole lot of time. This is questions part 1. I'm going to do 10 in this edition. In the next edition, I'll add the other 10. I didn't want to draw this out too long, okay? Scarlet Bull, you asked a great question. Your question is about Alex Jones' documentary about the Bohemian Grove. Was it a mock? I saw all of that stuff. I saw that years ago. And you want to know what's my take on it and why I think different? Because Alex Jones worked for them. They give Alex Jones a pass to degrade the system, and he has to do it systematically, in real time to make it look real. But before he goes on the air, he absolutely gets a script what he can and can't say. That's why when he was talking to the real Ricky Ross, if you guys go back to Alex Jones and put in his search engine Ricky Ross, he was putting his hands in the pyramid, letting the agents of the CIA and his brothers know that he is not condoning this interview. Okay? Alex Jones is a straight up puppet being played by the puppet masters. And the last question is about Prince. Why I'm so infatuated? I'm not infatuated with Prince. My demos go way back to Warner Brothers. And some of the A&R people did not label my demos and sent them to Paisley Park. And word has it today, a lot of my material still sit with Warner Brothers. I don't know if Prince ever got them, but it's a lot of similarities going out there. We'll leave it at that. A lot of my demos made it to the group called The Time, if you guys remember. It's not infatuation, brothers. I was shocked to know that Prince also sold his soul for rock and roll, and those 2 miscarriages he had, those are absolutely his blood sacrifices. So it's not being infatuated. It's just truth. And for us, the songs you hear in the background, those are the demos I sent Paisley Park. Those not Prince. Those are mine. Okay? Those are good questions, though, man. I love these questions. Miss Bird in his house. This is family here, y'all. She wants to know, a lot of people on YouTube are getting discovered, and they throw up signs. They throw up the goat. And do they sacrifice to be where they are, or do they sell out? A lot of them don't. A lot of people on YouTube are just making money, man, from viewers. You got the guys like the Hodge twins. They didn't sell out. Hodge twins make good money per month. There's a lot of people that do workout films, and they haven't sold their soul. If you see some people on here that's getting 10, 20 million hits every time they make a video, they haven't necessarily sold their soul. But when they start getting a lot of endorsement deals, they are taking the oath. Because let me tell you something now, when you're dealing with McDonald's and all these brands that's owned by corporations, these are brotherhood corporations. They're not going to let you put your name, or they're not going to send you a check and let you sign off on it. And they're not going to sign off on it unless you take some type of oath. Now, a lot of these guys are doing innocent endorsements, meaning they're just shouting out a certain brand, and they may pay them $1,000 or sometimes $5,000 to do that. That's nothing. When they start getting big, and they start getting interviews, they start traveling, and their trips are paid for, and name brand clothing starts sending them gear to wear, they're getting into money now. They may be making $20,000, $30,000 a month. I'm telling you now, there's some people on YouTube making anywhere between $10,000 to $20-some thousand a month. These people may be taking the oath. Anybody that's dealing with Russell Simmons, I don't have to say names, but there's a brother who got discovered off YouTube. He's with Russell Simmons. He's definitely done took the oath. And if he gets any bigger, he has to sell his soul. So I'm just telling y'all how it goes. Dominique McMillan, why nobody talk about Diddy? I talk about Diddy a lot. And Beyonce, Kanye, Nicki, Eminem, he had to do something to get. Okay, her question is, if you just follow me, the question is kind of new, but I've answered this question probably 5 or 6 years ago. But let's reiterate, right? That's what the show is about. You guys ask the questions, I give you the answers to the best of my ability. Diddy is a puppet led by the puppet master. He's a puppeteer. Cassie is his leech. He absolutely used Cassie to sex out. You know, if he bring in a new client, Cassie lick him up, swallow him down, get her knees dirty, and that's just the truth. She's just a doormat. For his Diddy being where he was not as popular when he was uptown working with Andre. I forgot Andre last name, Andre Hughes or something like that. But anyway, he was working with Andre at Uptown, and that company wasn't doing so good after Jodeci had a departure, because Jodeci was originally had a lot to do with this success of coming up with certain producers. But it wasn't until Biggie signed with Diddy, and Biggie knew that he was being screwed by Diddy financially. Diddy wanted to break the ties. Diddy originally was going to sacrifice Sean, the rapper Sean, but Sean escaped. All right? So Diddy was up for grabs. I mean, Biggie. He didn't want to sacrifice Biggie. He wanted to save Biggie. But the Tupac rival, it was just too coincidental. He set Biggie up to be executed. And you notice after Biggie died, Diddy became a household name. Same thing with Suge. He sacrificed Tupac. Okay? And if y'all should already know, but I did a Tupac film. I did the Black Masonic. Y'all should already know some of this. But some of y'all that are new, I don't mind telling you. Okay, let's go with Shalom. This is Miss Beverly 26. Shalom Yash. My question is about cannabis versus LL. I don't have to even read this all the way because I already know where that's going. Cannibal had nothing to do with LL coming up. And the reason LL is still in the game, he's relevant because LL had sex with Quincy Jones. And it's also talked that he had sex with Benny Medina, the same guy that Will Smith had sex with. On the Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith had sex with Benny Medina and Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones done been up in so many booty holes. His name should smell just like Maneuver. Quincy Jones is a full-blown bisexual man. Now, when I told you this about Clyde Davis, a lot of y'all called me crazy. I told you Clyde Davis was bisexual. And he was pretty much, he's more gay than, he liked men more than women. I told you guys this. And I told you, they both in the same bracket. Quincy Jones and Clyde Davis in the same group. They do the same thing. And I've been telling y'all this about Quincy, and you're saying that you deny it every day. But didn't Clyde Davis come out about 2 or 3 months ago and he got tired of hearing it? He just said, damn, I am. Quincy Jones going to come out too. The Lord has told us at the end of times, close to that time, they're going to all admit what they are and what they do. And they're going to also tell you that they sold. Katy Perry already told you that. Bob Dylan told you that. Half the rockers don't admit they sold. It's only the black R&B artists that admit they haven't done it. And they have. So, no, cannabis had nothing to do with LL being relevant. LL is relevant because he sold his soul long ago. He took the oath, and he had sex with the right top executives and the right Jewish men. I'm just telling y'all. It's just raw, but I'm giving it to you on the platter. What's this? Is it Johnny? Joined or Johnny 8509, something like that. The only singer I know that made it solo, and she's still making great albums, which I heard, is Josh Stone. I like this brother. He's a good brother, man. Every time I cut on my films, he have nothing but good things to say. So shout out to you, bro. I appreciate your question, and I'm gonna answer it. Josh Stone, have sold. She definitely took the oath. Now, for Josh to still be relevant and putting out albums, she's not real big, but listen, let me just make this clear for y'all. Anybody that's making albums, that's getting airplay, and that can sell tickets, and that can get MTV broadcasting time, and they name and lights, and they can open up for big stars, they under the oath, okay? And they're part of the game. And a lot of them have already sold their soul. It's just that the reason Josh Stone hasn't been a household name, she hasn't did a sacrifice yet. See, that's the way it go. You know, for every sacrifice, you move up the ladder. You know, and the oath just clarifies that you understand the brotherhood. It doesn't guarantee you a lot of money. That's just knowing that you're going to be a part of the brotherhood. To make $10, $20 million, you have to have a sacrifice. And before I go on, you guys heard about the brother, Paul Walker, named the brother played Brian in Fast and Furious. Listen, that was a hit. Okay, and let me just clarify. I'm not going to go into detail. Maybe I make a film, maybe I won't. I don't know. It's to my knowledge that Paul understood these rituals and he's asking too many questions. And somebody was going back the way Jay-Z went back on Dame Dash and someone told the people that he was asking all these questions. And Paul got tired of bending. They had to take him out. All that stuff you see Tyrese doing, crying, Tyrese is a fake. The man know he's being recorded. He want to act like he's just so emotional and this just turned him up. Tyrese is full of it. I'm telling y'all, Tyrese is full of it. And I'm going to leave it that way. Van Diesel even know the man will sacrifice. And I'm going to leave that alone. Let's get back to the questions. I may do a video on it. I don't know. Yash, here's my question without reference to you, individual that is biased for you knowing about these sacrifices. I have heard others here, usually in the industry, speak the same. So I am wondering, does someone proposition you because of talent? And I'm asking this, challenging your info. If you're talented, they don't care about your talent. They don't listen. There's so many people that's not talented in the industry. It's sad. That's not what they want. They want somebody that can mold people. They want somebody that can challenge people. They want someone that can absolutely get the minds of people like Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Drake, Kanye. That's who they target. Okay? They don't care how talented you are because they can make you a hit. They want you to be able to captivate the people and lead them. Okay? And when you can get that grip and they feel that you have that's that it thing, that's when they make you an offer. And they usually do a lot of recruiting around this time between fall and the winters. They'll send out letters and they do a lot of heavy recruiting this time of the year. Okay? All that X Factor and American Idol, those kids have no idea what they're going to do once they get that contract. They're going to do a lot of nasty things. Real talk. All right, let's go to question 7. Do you think Beyonce and Jay-Z have been cloned? For some reason, I don't think that B and J we see are the real. You're onto something there because I've been saying this for a long time. I know for a fact that they can clone animals and they can also clone humans. And they've proved it. They just don't want to acknowledge it in the public. Now, they've been doing experimentation. You ever saw that movie called Splice? It's called Splice or Slice, something like that. Half animal, half human. Well, they got those things in laboratory. They absolutely have made creatures with half DNA and half animal, and they come out looking crazy as hell. Now, this is what science is doing with your money and tax dollars and cents. They're creating monsters. So, yes, I don't believe that's Jay-Z. I don't believe that's B, and I don't believe that's Eminem. If you go back just 3-5 years ago, look at the skin texture. Look at his bone fragments. Eminem looked like his whole face been redone. These people are not who they are. And then the next question would be, well, what do you think they did with, M, J? Shit, they might have frozen. See, when you tell people stuff like this, man, I don't believe that. Listen, we're living in a metrics of a Frankenstein world that we would not understand unless we're dealing with spirituality. Your energy can't absorb this type of truth because you're living on the surface. See, you believe what CNN tells you. You believe what Fox tells you. You're so drawn to where if it's not coming from them, then it's not true. Then you're lost. Because I'm telling you something, cloning exists. A lot of these celebrities are not who you think they are. I wouldn't even be surprised if they clone Oprah. Because Oprah just is not on the same page as she was 10 years ago. She's just totally different. I'm telling y'all now, that stuff is real. Let's move on. Question 8. Steph Good. Hello, Yash. I just wanted to say that it is hard to see what you're saying because these celebrities look so happy. Plus, I would like to know how come they have not gone after you for exposing the industry? Because I'm not a part of their world. I haven't signed the oath. I never took blood sacrifice. I never mingled. I never accepted checks from them. That's why. And remember, some of these people do everything in a spirit format. All right. When these people get ready to sign their souls over, they do it. They pray to Satan. They do the Lord's Prayer backwards. They drink blood. All of that. I never did none of that. So that's why hands off. It's just the truth. That's how they roll, man. They do everything in order. They pray in the dark. They do everything by the moon. They pray to the moon. They do everything with blood sacrifice. They drink blood. They kill babies. That's how they work. And when you accept the oath and the sacrifices and rituals, you understand that world. So that's why they had to get rid of Paul Walker and a lot of them. He got tired and he started seeing things, exposing things, and they can't have that. You get what I'm saying? And why these guys like Tyrese cry so hard? Because they know that's their life. Their number coming up. They can see what's going on. When Soulja Boy was crying at Whitney Houston's funeral, they see it because they know they're part of that crap. Now, Forrest, you saying that they're happy? Come on, dude. You really think they're that happy? Listen, you take a shot of brandy, Hennessy, some Patron, and a little Coke, you be happy too. They're not happy, man. They put on the act. You know why these celebrities work so hard? Because when they sit down and think about what they've done, they become a Kanye West. Now, Kanye West sacrificed his mom, and it's bothering him. He don't know how to handle it. See, the Lord will let you play for a little while, and then he hit you with the reality, and then the spirits are coming home to roost. Kanye West is losing his mind. Let's go to question number 9. Chris Ford says, maybe you could talk on the gospel industry because they say the Lord's name like they worship him. Why? I don't know what songs to download on iTunes anymore. That's gospel. Listen. It doesn't matter if it's gospel, country, or whatever. They sold. Kirk Franklin is the leader of soul selling. He's also bisexual. He likes to wear women's perfume. Not perfume. He likes to wear women's makeup. He loves women's lipstick. I can't make this stuff up, okay? All of them. Tone was just the brave one to come out. But Kirk Franklin may come out soon. They all have sex with each other. Most pastors like T.D. Jakes, Frederick Price, Jamal Bryant, Eddie Long, they're all bisexual. Now, I know y'all can't imagine big old T.D. Jakes getting his groove on with another musty man, but T.D. Jakes is bisexual. Y'all didn't know that? Now, let me hit you with the Bob gun. A lot of you white folks don't want to hear this, but let me just tell you something. Benny Hinn is bisexual. Joel Osteen is bisexual. Joel Osteen's wife is bisexual. I said it. Quote me on it. Ban me. But the truth hurt like a mug. Usually what happens is this. When the man is one way, the woman be another. Truth. But when a woman want to keep them cars and keep them houses, she usually had to roll like a husband. You notice when the man kicked the woman to the curb like Steve Harvey did that woman, she was not bisexual. She didn't want to be in Steve's world. But when Steve kicked her to the curb, she went down, didn't she? But if she would have bent a little bit and looked the other way while Steve has sex with other men, because Steve Harvey is bisexual. But she can't accept all that. Now, she didn't spill the beans because she knows Steve would have took her life. Not that he can take life, but she know what Steve Harvey do to get his money. I'm just telling y'all stuff you probably don't believe, but I don't care. I'm giving it to you raw on tape. All right? Let's go to the last question, and I'm going to do part 2 later on. I want y'all just to gravitate to this and don't throw it up. Just gravitate it and share it with people who got an open mind, okay? Rex Calibor, Yash, I really appreciate you waking up the virus masses. Big ups. But I would really like to know the details behind a star selling their soul and why Tupac on his last interview behaved as if he didn't know who the Illuminati, I assume that you want to say was, and ABT his story. Listen, you got the Pac too, man. Why you think when Pac first came out, when he was doing those little interviews with the Black Panther Party, Tupac was ruined before he started. Because when his mom had him, they was watching Tupac all while he was coming up. They could not accept the fact that Tupac was going to start another revolution, and that's what Tupac wanted to do. He wanted to use his fame and fortune to start another Black Party movement, a Black Party movement, and Black Panther Party movement. They couldn't have that. 2 reasons why Pac had to die. 1, Pac broke the oath. Secondly, he was trying to start another movie with the Black Panthers, and they couldn't have that. Now, I know I didn't put that in the Tupac movie, but I didn't think y'all could gravitate to all that. So I guess keep it on the surface you can understand, and hopefully you done grown by now that you can get this. So that's why Pac had to go. And another person that was imitating his granddad, was the grandson of Malcolm X. They was watching him heavily, either with his grandson or nephew, I don't know. But they was watching him heavily. And he too had the characteristics as Malcolm. They took him out. See, anybody of that bloodline, Malcolm X, even the only reason they allowed Martin Luther King, the people to stay alive, because Martin Luther King was homosexual. And then most of his children, the boys, are homosexual. Did y'all know they were bisexual? Listen, I'm going to have to go. I really appreciate y'all for showing me love and keeping this thing alive. Part 2 coming soon. Thanks to all the YouTube viewers who really sincerely give a damn. You all are the reason why this truth is spreading all over the planet. Talk to you soon. One love, y'all.